Hello, my name is Emmeline Tyler. I'm an avid reader and an Australian who doesn't know as much as I should probably about New Zealand. Today's video is about this book, Greta and Valdin by Rebecca K. Reilly. Today's is a straight up book review. I love this book. I finished reading it last night and I'm obsessed. I don't want to overstate it, but it may be my #1 favourite novel of all time. Knocking another book out of the place, which is Flight Behaviour by Barbara Kingsolver. So it is about the two main characters who are in the title, Greta and Valdin. They're sister and brother. They live in an apartment together. Greta is a master's student and a tutor at the university, and Valdin used to be a physicist but gave up his academic career to become a comedian, and he works in television now, presenting shows and traveling around and stuff. So I was recommended this book by a friend of mine who is from New Zealand and knows the author, and I really enjoy it. There's 5 main things that I really liked about this book. #1, I love learning more about New Zealand, and especially the main characters are also Maori, so learning more about that culture and how it fits in with the mainstream New Zealand culture. So they live in Auckland as well. Yeah, I'm just embarrassed at how little I know about New Zealand. And in the book, they do refer to Australia and places in Australia a lot, and it made me think that maybe New Zealanders spend more time talking about Australians or Australia than the other way around. I have been to New Zealand, but I was a child at the time. And I was thinking, for example, if someone said they were going to Wellington, I would probably assume they meant Wellington in New South Wales rather than Wellington in New Zealand. Anyway, so the second thing I loved about the book is that it was very multilingual. So the main characters, as I said, they're Maori. Their mum is Maori. Their dad is Russian. And their dad's brother's husband is Spanish from Catalonia. And what other languages are in there? Oh yes, their brother, so there's Greta and Valdin, and they have another brother called Caspar, which is his nickname. And Caspar's wife is German. So all of those languages are in there, and most of the time they're just in there and they're not translated. So it's pretty much like if it was in real life and someone was speaking another language you didn't know. Although sometimes it is, they write it, she writes it in English and then says like he said in Russian, for example, so that you are brought into the story in that way. And sometimes it's like there are other people in the room who don't understand what's being said. So yeah, I really loved that, and I love that it didn't pander to monolingual people. So I looked up some of the Te Reo Māori words, and most of the Spanish I understood because I studied Spanish for 4 years in uni. But the other things I just didn't bother looking up. I just went with the flow of it. So the third thing I love about this novel is that it's very queer. So Greta is a lesbian, Valdin is gay, as mentioned by implicature. Their dad's brother is gay. A few characters realise that they're gay or come out throughout the book, and it's also like very much not that you're either gay or straight thing. It's like exploring the complexities of queerness, and the family is a very fun family, which I'll get to in a minute, but they're very liberal and accepting, and there's a lot of jokes made about how it's like almost anticlimactic to not have to go on this journey. It's just like not even commented on. So that was like really funny, which brings me to the fourth thing. It's so funny. So I had it described to me as literary fiction when I was already like 2/3 of the way through, and I'm like, is it literary fiction? Because I often find literary fiction a bit difficult, like hard to read. It's very easy to read, but I guess the main difference is plot-driven versus character-driven. And often character-driven novels are a bit more serious. And it's not like light-hearted, but there's so many funny scenes or funny lines. And maybe it's because I feel like a lot of the characters are autistic coded. And because I'm autistic, maybe the humour kind of matches up, but it's a very dry, understated humour and a very observational humour. So the fifth thing I loved was the characters and the family dynamic. So family is very loving and warm, but also there's like heaps of conflict and like some secrets and deep-seated like foundational issues within the family. And I really liked that it wasn't full-on abusive or mistreatment like in the memoir I'm Glad My Mum Died, and it wasn't like happy families, fake, frothy, like I can't think of an example. It was just in the middle, and so it felt very real. And like I want to describe this novel as like cozy and heartwarming, but those words are often used to describe novels that are like not as well written as this one. This is a very well written novel, very well crafted. So yeah, my thing is that I love having a bit of a plot, but I also really like good writing. So, but the writing in this is so good that I don't even mind that the plot is so thin. Like seriously, almost nothing happens. But I just loved being there. It was just like the best type of reading a book experience where you just feel you're in there with those characters. So thank you so much for watching. Please comment below if you've read the book and what you thought of it, or if you haven't read the book, like comment below and let me know if this has inspired you to read it. I've done my best to be spoiler free, so I hope I've succeeded with that. And if you want, share this video with a friend who you think might like it. Press like if you liked it, and you'll see me next time. Bye!